With today we're jumping into the House of the Dragon. I don't know why I put the in front of. It's just House of the Dragon. Get it together, Andres. Okay, whatever. So I was about to go to sleep, guys, and I was about to be like, I really can't wait to watch the show. In my head, I was trying to find ways to, not hear all about this show tomorrow when I go to work, because I knew I had to film it for Monday and try to push this content out so everybody has it. But I don't know what made me check what the website that I watch from, obviously watch the House of Dragons to see possibly could I get it a little bit early. Answer, yes. So I'm about to film this bad boy and I'm super excited for it. Game of Thrones is my favorite show. Game of Thrones is by far my favorite show I've ever watched, minus the last season. It was garbage. But besides that, I love that show faithfully, cried, laughed. I did it all the emotions that show brought out. So this show has a lot of high expectations. I keep hearing from 2 or 3 people that I watch on YouTube. I'm not gonna say their channel name, but I like their channel. But I just kind of disagree with them at this moment because they kept saying a lot of people, well, you know what? I don't know. They're saying a lot of people aren't really looking forward to this show. But maybe it's the people that they know, because everybody that I talk to is really excited to see the show. So from what I'm also being told is that it does take more than 3 or 4 episodes to actually finally get into the show. Unlike Game of Thrones, where right off the hook you're like, damn. But this one is saying it takes a little bit longer to get to be yeah, I'm hooked. But I feel like if you really loved Game of Thrones, you would definitely give this show at least a chance. You have some pretty good actors and actresses in it, plus you got some damn dragons. I don't know what else you guys need. Why is everybody so petty betties nowadays? I don't know. But as a content creator and actor myself, plug in, as I choked to myself. I choked on air. But acting. But as an actor myself, I'm yo, I gotta give these people their credit. At the end of the day, they're making millions. But they're taking such a great show and doing another spin on it. I guess a sequel of a show that I loved, that I invested so many years in. So why not give this a shot? I don't see myself disliking it, but I just need to find out. And the only way to find out is to jump into the damn show. So just so you guys know, this is going to be a full reaction for all of my channel members as well as my Patreon members. So guys, please join today. If you and help support the Andres Celebrate channel, not if, help. Love y'all. Love you down. Hair flip. Guys, I'm ready to jump into this. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. So with that being said, guys, let's jump into House of the Dragon and find out exactly what the dragons has got to give.
As the first century of the Targaryen dynasty came to a close, Jaehaerys was failing.
Oh.
King Jaehaerys reigned over nearly 60 years of peace and prosperity. Tragedy had claimed both his sons, leaving his succession in doubt. 14 succession claims were heard, but only 2 were truly considered.
Is declared by all lords paramount.
Rhaenys, a woman, would not inherit the Iron Throne as Viserys. My father.
Viserys.
The only thing that could tear down the House of the Dragon was itself.
Rhaenyra Targaryen, we love you, girl. You were treated horribly last season. I'm so loved. The music,
No harass. Silence.
Can be as large as Caraxes. That's almost large enough to settle too. I believe I'm quite content as a spectator.
don't like you to go flying while I'm in this condition.
You don't like me to go flying while you're in any condition.
I don't need mothering, Rhaenyra.
But here you are, surrounded by attendants, all focused on the babe.
This discomfort is how we serve the realm.
I'd rather serve as a knight and ride to battle and glory.
Our bed is our battlefield. We must learn to face it with a stiff lip.
The growing alliance among the free cities has taken to styling itself the Triarchy. A man called Kragas Drehar has styled himself the Prince Admiral of this triarchy.
Rhaenyra, you're late. King's cupbearer must not be late. Leaves people wanting to come.
You might urge your brother to fill his seat in the council and provide an assessment of his progress.
I would urge that you not allow this Triarchy much latitude in the stepstones, Your Grace.
The Crown has heard your report, Lord Corlys, and takes it under advisement. We have all been poring over the moon charts, and we feel that our forecast is as accurate as it can be.
The Lords and Knights are certainly on their way to King's Landing already to turn them back
The
now.
tourney will take the better part of a week.
There's a boy in the Queen's belly.
I know it. My heir will soon put all of this damnable hand-wringing to rest himself.
God be good.
It's all right, sir. Rodrigo Segauma Kepus.
Nuos odimen. Kes nuos demivos magilarios. Che poi ua uno sud cotion tradelas rota.
Kotio Terrano sit Isa.
E ua mono tresi sikos si agevo. Ergotis perio.
Nase Pavron qui Jalina.
You and I both own a small piece of our ancestry.
When Princess Nymeria arrived in Dawn, who did she take to husband?
A man.
You're always like this when you're worried.
Like what?
Disagreeable. You want him to have a son.
I want to fly with you on Dragonback, see the great wonders across the narrow sea and eat only cake. Princess Nymeria led her Rhaenyra across the narrow sea on 10,000 ships to flee their Valyrian pursuers.
What are you doing?
So you remember?
If the Scepter sees this book,
Then the scepter.
It has grown slightly, Your Grace. Bad hues of the mind can adversely affect the body.
Might I suggest cauterization?
Cauterization would be a wise course of treatment, Your Grace.
It's as warm as the maesters will allow.
Don't they know dragons prefer heat?
Rhaenyra has already declared that she's to have a sister.
Really?
She even named her Visenya. Has there been any word from your dear brother?
Not since I named him commander of the City Watch.
Nothing will cause the babe to grow a cock if it does not already possess one.
This child is a boy, Emma. Our son was born wearing Aegon's iron crown, throwing shields and ringing swords. And I placed our son upon the Iron Throne.
Born wearing a crown. God spare me. Birth is unpleasant enough as it is. I've lost one babe in the cradle, had 2 stillbirths and 2 pregnancies, ended well before their time. But I've mourned all the dead children I can.
Is this Matt? So he's the uncle.
When I took command of the Watch, you were stray mongrels. Now, you're a pack of hounds. Sated, honed for the hunt. Crime of every breed has been allowed to thrive.
Wow.
Beginning tonight, King's Landing will learn to fear the color gold.
Unprecedented roundup of criminals of every ilk. Your brother made a public show of it. Cannot be allowed to act with this kind of unchecked impunity. You are to explain your doings with the City Watch. City Watch is not a sword to be wielded at your whim. They're an extension of the Crown.
Nobles from every corner of the realm are right now descending upon King's Landing for my brother's tourney. Do you want them mugged, raped, murdered? Our city should be safe for all its people.
I just hope you don't have to maim half of my city to achieve this.
Criminal elements should fear the City Watch.
Thank you for your support, Lord Corlys. Bronze bitch is happier for my absence.
Lady
My
Rhea
bronze
is your
bitch.
wife. A good and honorable lady.
I can assure you, the sheep are prettier.
Dear me.
A lady wife passed recently.
Oops.
Perhaps you aren't ready to move on just yet.
Any further performances like last night's will be answered.
This new City Watch might be a good thing.
You are Daemon Targaryen, rider of Caraxes, widow of Dark Sister. The king cannot replace you.
When I look at the fine knights in these lists, I see a group without equal. By the news that I am happy to share, Queen Emma has begun her labors.
I would humbly ask for the favor of the queen who never was.
Fortune to you, cousin.
I would gladly take it if I thought I needed it.
He's promised that young Tarly Squire,
Lord Massey's son.
they're to be married as soon as he wins his knighthood. What do you know about the Sacristan Code?
And the fact that he's just unhorsed both of the Baratheon lights. I really couldn't say.
The Wayne Hightower of Old Town, eldest son of the hand of the king.
5 dragons on day.
Now, I'm fairly certain I can win these games, Lady Alicent. Having your favor.
The infant is in breach, Your Grace. All attempts to turn the babe have failed.
Your queen is a strong woman. She's fighting with all her might, but it may not be enough. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right.
I wonder if this is how we should celebrate the birth of our future king.
It's been 70 years since King Maegor's end. These nights are as green as summer grass. None have known real war.
The loss.
Your Grace, sometimes becomes necessary for the father to make an impossible choice. To sacrifice one or to lose them both. But the resulting blood loss...
7 hours, Mellows. You can save the child.
We must either act now or leave it with the gods.
Now tilt against Sir Daemon Targaryen, Prince of the City!
She has to have a C-section. And he just thinks it's gonna be his son.
Viserys.
Yes. I love you.
Viserys, what are you doing?
I'm making the first...
They both gonna die. Good girl.
Yield.
Oh, she's dead.
He's Dornish.
I was hoping to ask for the princess's favor.
Congratulations, Your Grace. You have a son. Had you and the Queen chosen a name?
Bale.
I feel so bad. The child died too.
Mruho veroncoro pagero chieduna. Lotolie che benuche che rinviventos pentas. Resitori che sono.
Goddess. Oh, I'm getting so emotional.
Dracarys!
Grace, this is the last thing any of us wish to discuss at this dark hour, but I consider the matter urgent. Time is, Your Grace. I feel it's important the succession be firmly in place for the stability of the realm.
If Daemon were to remain the uncontested heir, it could destabilize the realm.
The City Watch is fiercely loyal to him, an army 2,000 strong.
An army you gave him, Otter. Putting Daemon in command of the City Watch was your solution.
His Daemon should be far away from this court.
Daemon is my brother,
And he will have his place at my court.
Let him keep his place at court, Your Grace.
What are you saying? My brother would murder me. Take my crown.
Daemon has ambition, yes, but not for the throne. He lacks the patience for it.
The king's firstborn child.
Rhaenyra.
A girl. Daemon would be a second Maegor, or worse. He is impulsive and violent.
Will not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
But the queen who never was.
Rhaenys was the only child of Jaehaerys' eldest son. She had a strong claim at the Great Council.
If we cannot agree on an heir, then how can we
My
expect
wife
a realm?
and son are dead! I will not sit here and suffer crows that come to feast on their corpses!
That was like bad timing, guys. Just saying.
Send a raven to Old Town. Straight away. My darling, how's Rhaenyra? I found myself thinking of your own mother today.
How is his grace?
Very low. I thought you might go to him. Offer him comfort.
I wouldn't know what to say.
Start that. You might wear one of your mother's dresses.
What is it, Alicent?
I thought I might come and look in on you, Your Grace. It's a favourite of mine. I do know how passionate you are for the histories. When my mother died, all I wanted was for someone to say that they were sorry for what happened to me.
The king is sole heir once again.
Have a report I feel compelled to share. Prince Daemon bought out one of the pleasure houses on the Street of Silk.
King and council have long rued my position as next in line for the throne.
Gods give just as the gods take away.
He toasted Prince Balon,
The king's son.
the heir for a day.
Up the image of the conqueror, brother.
You will address me as Your Grace, or I will have my Kingsguard cut out your tongue. The heir for a day. Did you say it?
But instead of being by my side, or Rhaenyra's, you chose to celebrate your own rise! You have no allies at court but me! I have only ever defended you!
10 years you've been king, and yet not once have you asked me to be your hand. And the blood of the dragon runs thick.
Then why do you cut me so deep?
The Hightower is a more honorable man than you could ever be.
He doesn't protect you. I would.
From what?
Yourself. You're weak. Viserys.
I have decided to name a new heir.
I'm your heir.
Not anymore. To return to Runestone and your lady wife at once. Valerian was the last living creature to have seen old Valyria before the Doom. When you look at the dragons, what do you see? It's important. What do you see?
Everyone says Targaryens are closer to gods than to men. But they say that because of our dragons.
The idea that we control the dragons is an illusion. One that brought Valyria its doom. If we don't mind our own histories, it will do the same to us. I'm sorry, Rhaenyra. I have wasted the years since you were born, wanting for a son. You are the very best of your mother. And I believe, as I know she did, that you could be a great ruling queen.
Promise to be faithful to King Viserys and his named heir, the Princess Rhaenyra. I swear this, by the old gods and the new.
I pledge fealty to them, and shall defend them against all enemies in good faith.
Baratheon, promise to be faithful.
Baratheon. Our histories. They tell us that Aegon looked across the Blackwater from Dragonstone.
I, Rickon Stark, Lord of Winterfell.
This great winter comes, Rhaenyra. All of Westeros must stand against it. A Targaryen must be seated on the Iron Throne. A king or queen. Secret. It's been passed from king to heir since Aegon's time. Promise me this, Rhaenyra. Promise me.
Promise me, Ned.
King of the Andals and the Rhaenyra, and the First Man, Princess of Dragonstone, and heir to the Iron Throne.
Well, great episode. I really did enjoy it. Wow. So in like the middle of the show, it kind of was a little bit slower pace, but listen, we are building these characters. We're learning a different world. Well, same world, different time. And it's been really exciting. Matt coming into this show, he was a hot hot fire from the start to his exit on that damn dragon. So now I understand the placement. I kind of know what's going to happen. We have somebody who's been named heir of the crown, and it's her, the lady, the daughter. And don't even ask me none of these people's names, because I don't know, not damn near one person's name, and they said it like a couple of times. These names are going to be taking me a while to get used to, so Lord have mercy. But now he's going off on his dragon. He's not going to be the heir anymore. He's very aggressive. She's going to be the heir, and I think that's going to obviously start a family war, and I think this is about to get real. The mother dying almost made me cry. Very equivalent to the first episode of Game of Thrones. I won't even talk about it in case you guys have not seen it already. I don't know why. But yes, it's very similar, where I was definitely almost brought to tears. But overall, I would give this episode either a 9 or 9.5. For me, I really did enjoy it. Once I saw the dragons, I almost started crying right in the start of this show. The music was hitting me home, and also called to the Game of Thrones, talking about the last, the winter. Was it the long winter? I forgot what it's called. Was it the last winter? No. The long winter, the long night. The Long Night. I think it's called The Long Night. But yes, very exciting. I kind of hope that we get like some of the, what is it called? The Ice Walkers, or whatever they're called, in this show. But I don't know when that whole situation started. I don't remember the time frame of it. So anyways, regardless, guys, definitely comment down below what you thought about this first episode. And we'll be going on to this weekly show, and I am thrilled. So with that being said, guys, if you've seen this reaction, realize you are not subscribed. Subscribe button, so please like and share this content, because it is wonders for this channel. And I'll see you all next time on Heirs.